This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
This podcast is part of the Robots Radio Rocket Club, a program designed to help all podcasts reach their full potential. For information about joining the Robots Radio Rocket Club, check out robotsradio.net.
Welcome to Holocron Histories, Star Wars Canon versus Legends, where we're going to take a deep dive into the lore of the Star Wars universe.
Welcome everyone to Holocron History, Star Wars Canon versus Legends. I am one of your hosts, Bennett Tamaria, and you might be wondering, well, this is weird. Ben's doing the intro. Where's Austin? Well, Austin is taking this week off. He wasn't feeling too well, so he will be back next week. But today, I am joined by my guest host, who you might know if you listen to my Final Fantasy Lorecast, which is my awesome host from there, Steven.
Yo, what's up? I'm so excited. I asked last week, subtly, to talk about Star Wars with you soon. And look at that. The
right there.
Worked it out.
Right there.
Got
Star
Wars.
Wars.
And now I get to do it.
Hey, and I mean, you're with me on Final Fantasy and with Trey, and we have a bunch of fun there. And now we get to nerd about Star Wars.
Yes.
On a Star Wars podcast, not on another podcast.
Yes, my first true love. I was very excited to come on here.
And before we really get into today's topic, we do have awesome news to share. So it was been officially confirmed today that Jon Favreau is directing a Mandalorian and Grogu film that will come to theaters. And what everybody is even more pumped to hear, Ahsoka's getting a season 2.
Yes.
And I am so happy that's getting a second season instead of them going straight into the film of like Heir to the Empire, and everybody's like, well, there's still story to be had. And yeah, we're going to get that story in season 2 of Ahsoka, which I'm super pumped for. So, Rebels season 6.
I wonder how many movies they're going to do. You were right. I wonder how many movies they're going to do before they do the full, whatever it's
well, no, it's titled. It's Heir to the Empire, which is it's named after one of the books with Thrawn's. Filoni, yep. Not the Mando Grogu one. That one's just announced. His original film that was announced earlier last year is titled Heir to the Empire, which is a nod to the Heir to the Empire book featuring Thrawn as a major threat.
Right.
And obviously, if you go and watch Ahsoka, Thrawn's in it. Spoiler alert. Sorry.
Right, spoiler.
If you didn't watch the trailer, I'm sorry.
In all the trailers, but yeah. But so are they going to do that instead of the next season? So they're doing a movie instead?
So Heir to the Empire is going to be the film that ties up the entire...
Yeah, no. Or
are you talking about the Mando Grogu? I don't know. I just saw the announcement today. I don't know if they have as much info since it was just announced. And it's in pre-production.
Yeah.
But I do know the actress who voice and plays Bo-Katan did confirm Mando. She is not like going to become like the Mandalorian in the show, quote unquote. But Mando is the Mandalorian. Like, he will forever be the Mandalorian in the show.
Right. Well,
yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. Kodojo does. Yeah, that's true. Season 4 of Mandalorian is written. Like it's on its way. Before we'll get the film. Oh yeah.
I kind of want to. Oh, it's before the film.
Well, we don't know. We don't know when the film will drop yet. I'm assuming at least a couple more years because it was just announced. At least 4 to 5 years.
At least, yeah.
So.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, there's awesome news. I was completely taken aback, and I was like, that's great. Also, I completely forgot Tales of the Jedi is getting a second season this year.
Yes, that was honestly my
completely forgot about that.
That was my favorite. I know everybody loved Andor and
Andor is still
awesome.
Andor is still going to get its second season. It was delayed, but that one is still planning to have a second season. And then other Star Wars stuff we're on track this now since we're in 2024. Outlaws is due to come out sometime this year. Hopefully. Yeah. I don't take games at a grain of salt until I see an actual trailer with release date, but I digress.
True.
But
we'll
enough of the awesome news we have, because Star Wars is great and Star Wars is amazing. We are going into today's topic, which is none other. We are, like last week's episode, we did the Legends history of Nar Shaddaa. This week we are going over the canonical history of Nar Shaddaa. And Steven, didn't you have something to say before we really get into this?
I was going to say I'm not an expert. I have never even heard of this planet. That's just what I'm a fan. I'm not an expert. I'm excited to learn about it.
There you have it, everybody. He doesn't know what the Smuggler's Moon is.
I have no idea. I'm excited.
So, other than that, let's get right into it. So, as I said, Nar Shaddaa is nicknamed the Smuggler's Moon. Was a notorious moon of the planet of Nar Shaddaa, homeworld of the Hutt species. It was home for a large criminal underworld dominated by bounty hunters and Hutt crime lords. A ecumen populace, the entire surface of Nar Shaddaa was covered in urban sprawl, and the home world of Poloduvian bounty hunter Aurora Singh, and the Zabrak Jedi Master Kith Koth, and the Jabgorian slaver Azamorgian.
The worst voice in all of Star Wars.
What?
You don't remember him? He was.
God, yes, he's in Clone Wars and he's in Rebels specifically.
Rebels, yeah.
Yes. He is. If anybody, he is the rival of Hondo Ohnaka. He's essentially the rival of Hondo. He's always when you see Hondo in an episode, expect to see this guy sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Because Hondo likes to screw him over on a regular basis.
Does a good job of it, yeah.
Yes. Now, speaking of Hondo, did you get to ride the Smuggler's Run at... Oh, you didn't?
I think you could do a single ride in Galaxy's Edge.
Oh, that breaks my heart.
I did get to see the Kylo Ren show, but...
Oh, okay. You saw Kylo. Okay. Did you Did you stop by Stormtroopers? By any chance? No? Oh, okay. I will tell you from personal experience, it is hilarious and so downright embarrassing getting stopped by them. Because
I was terrified that they were going to do it.
Me and my friend that went down this past year, we were down there for a week, so we were stopped at least probably 5 or 6 times.
I imagine if you...
They're
moving around. They're moving around. But we we were so sick. Me and my daughter were deathbed sick. And so we were just kind of enjoying the show. And we were like, let's not participate because we are not well.
All right. Well, I won't spoil the Smuggler's Run then for you since you weren't able to go on it. But
yeah,
next
time
great.
I'll wait 2 hours.
Just get there early enough. You'll get in Smuggler's Run. I only waited 40 minutes when I got on. Sometimes only less than 30.
You must have gone on a good time. I went Christmas week, so
that would be why.
Yeah,
that would be why. So Nar Shaddaa was the largest moon of the planet Nar Shaddaa, which was located in the Hutt space region of the Outer Rim territories. Nico Metropolis, its surface was covered entirely in urban sprawl. Its city lights were visible from space. The capital of Nar Shaddaa was Hutta Town and was made up of huge tower blocks with a patchwork of shanty town structures called sky slums, filling every available space between the towers. Just think of living somewhere where it's called, hey, you live in the sky slums.
And there's giant slugs ruling over you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of huts. I mean, granted, I don't know anybody who is.
Other than the little one that was in Clone Wars. I forget his name right now.
Jabba's son?
No. No, in Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. He was in the... I can't think of his name right now.
Tisk.
I know. He was great. He also
I can't remember on the top of my head.
Maybe somebody in the chat.
But it is ruled by Gracchus the Hutt. Other settlements include Wormstew Town and the Carillion sector. Some unknown places on Nar Shaddaa, including the Palace of Gracchus the Hutt, which hosted a gladiatorial arena, a CD bar owned by an unscrupulous Zabrak bartender, and Wormstew Town Hospital.
What's better, Sky Slums or Wormstew Town?
Oh God, I wouldn't want to live in either. Wormstew, I would rather live in the Sky Slums than Wormstew. Wormstew just sounds terrible.
Yeah, you at least got Sky and Sky Slums.
Right.
Wormstew, yum.
Yeah, yum. Mm-hmm. So, now to go into Nar Shaddaa society and their culture. So by the time of the Galactic Civil War, Nar Shaddaa had a reputation as a haven for pirates and outlaws. Seen as a negative version of the populous Coruscant, Nar Shaddaa was known for being populated and possibly one of the most dangerous places in the galaxy, as its inhabitants embraced almost every sort of illegal activity with almost no interference from law enforcement or officials of any galactic government. The Rebel Alliance considered the moon so dangerous that they regarded even sending a covert team there as suicide. Which makes sense. Because the Rebels would have bounties on their head, and if you send a covert team there, and if some bounty hunter even gets a whiff of Rebels, you know for a fact they are going to be on you like a hawk.
Yes.
Yeah, no thank you.
Not a great place.
No.
I was thinking that it was like the anti-Coruscant whenever you were describing it, so that makes sense.
Yep.
Just the whole
absolutely.
Buildings.
Yep.
But gross.
But gross, yes. Because huts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just leaving their snail trails everywhere. It would be a cool place for... What is the game that's called Outlaws? Is that the game
so that's actually, thank you for reminding me. So Outlaws is set between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. So it's in between episodes 5 and 6. Now,
very likely see it.
More than likely, we probably will go to Tatooine, or not Tatooine.
We'll definitely go to Tatooine.
We'll definitely go to Tatooine in that game. I can't remember if we were on. I can't remember if the gameplay trailer, if it was Tatooine or a different planet. I can't remember on the top of my head. I would have to go back and rewatch the first gameplay trailer.
It's always Tatooine. If it's Star Wars, just assume you're going to Tatooine.
Right. If there's a lot of sand, it's either Tatooine or Jakku. It's one of the two. Or some random other dust ball. But, more than likely, we probably will go to Nar Shaddaa and Outlaws. It would be a very big miss if they did not go to Nar Shaddaa. Yeah. And it was confirmed you do get to go to multiple, like, it's an open world, multiple planets and everything in Outlaws. So.
I've been told this before. by other games.
Fair point. That's fair.
Going in with low expectations.
It's Star Wars. I have hopes.
Okay.
So, the Hutt clan controlled Nar Shaddaa, but maintained only the lightest touch of governing the residents, ensuring only that they got a cut from the deal or transaction on the moon. The majority of beings on the moon understood that staying on the good side of the Hutts was essential for surviving Nar Shaddaa, although it's far from guaranteed safety. Unofficially, the different territories on the moon were divided between various Hutt crime lords as well as other criminal cartels or gangs. The Hutts of Nar Shaddaa conducted almost all of their off-world dealings on Nar Shaddaa, meaning there were very few visitors on the planet itself. Yeah, I mean, personally, I'd rather go to Nar Shaddaa than go to Nar Shaddaa.
Yeah, probably so.
And then gangs of droids also roam the streets of Nar Shaddaa, associating with other droids such as C-3PO for scrap metal. Some forms of entertainment on Nar Shaddaa include bars and the arena run by Gruckus the Hutt, which pitted Wookiees, lizardmen, quote-unquote, pirates, and other prisoners against various wild beasts.
What do they know what lizard?
I know. It's literally, it's Trandoshans. I don't know why they say lizardmen in quote-unquotes when I looked up the research, but it's Trandoshans.
Yeah.
Because Trandoshans and Wookiees despise each other with a burning passion and would kill each other on sight.
That makes sense.
So
big hairy pig, the lizard.
Yeah, the lizards don't like giant Bigfoot Wookiees in space.
Right.
So
that reminds me of the
Godzilla versus Kong.
Well, that too, but that's probably better. That's better. I was going to say Book of Boba Fett, where they had what's it? I can't pronounce a single Wookiee's name right. But
Krishantin?
Yes, him, and then they had the other. He was in the fighting pit, right? Or he was leading it. I didn't pay much attention.
Krishantin was a bounty hunter.
Right. Disregard.
No, yeah, but no, you're right. In the bar scene, Krishantin was in the bar, and a Trandoshan comes up, and like Krishantin literally rips his arm off.
There you go.
I think that was a Trandoshan. Was it Trandoshan he ripped? He ripped an arm off. I remember that.
I watched it one time, and that was enough for me.
It's been a while since I watched Boba. But now we actually get into the history of Nar Shaddaa. So in the Galactic Republic, so this is Clone Wars and pre-Clone Wars. So at some point, Jedi Master Cruciatorn participated in the Battle of Nar Shaddaa. Though Jedi's opponents in the battle, the Flame Wielders, greatly injured Cruciatorn, and the Jedi Master fought on. Thus, Cruciatorn's actions on Nar Shaddaa were immortalized by the Jedi Order, with Dooku telling his Padawan Qui-Gon Jinn of the Master's actions. And then during the High Republic era, Nihil Tempest runner Lorna D knew a poisoner on Nar Shaddaa who formulated a special nerve toxin for her. And if anybody wants to know, the High Republic era is the current novels that they're currently canon in the Star Wars universe. All the new recent novels are mainly High Republic. Anything with the High Republic logo, that's all new history being added to the Star Wars universe. And it's really good stuff because it's tying in a lot of stuff that we don't have. Everything it is before. It's hundreds of years before Phantom Menace.
Right, because usually what we had before that was just Sith and Revan. That's all we had.
Well, not in canon. In canon, we don't really have much. I mean, we have Revan by name alone. That's right about it. And other than that, we have like Darth Bane, and we know that Darth Bane existed in his stuff. But very little history has been canonized prior to the prequel trilogy.
They still have the Sith Empire in there, right? Like that was
the Sith. Yeah, it's in name alone. We don't know anything about the Sith Empire, but the Sith Empire did existed.
Right.
But yeah, so Lorna D is a Twi'lek Nihil Tempest runner, and the Nihils are essentially pirates, literally terrorizing the Outer Rim and all that fun jazz. And Lorna D is a complete jerk. because I have to make this PG somehow. Yeah. Not a good person. Not a good person at all. And I will say, if you like Star Wars, definitely give the High Republic novels or even the comics a read, because it's really cool stuff and like really cool things that we wished were canon are being canonized in these books. Like,
well, they're also making the show.
Yes,
that's one of the new shows.
And we do have Star Wars Acolyte that will be coming out within the next either this year or next year. Yeah. It's slated, and that is a High Republic show. And they actually confirmed there are going to be characters from the novels going to be in the show, which I'm super excited for. Especially one of the Jedi. I cannot remember her name on the top of my head. It's been a minute since I read the books, but she configured her lightsaber into a light whip.
Oh.
So in Star Wars, and you might have heard me say this on a previous episode, you have like whips in Star Wars that are made out of energy, but they only like they function like a legitimate whip, where they won't cut anything off. Where with the light whip, it's literally a lightsaber whip. Like, it will cut everything in half.
Sounds like the most dangerous one.
And they say this. They say, and her master even says, like, be careful. This is literally the most dangerous configuration for a lightsaber, because you have to have full concentration and control over where the whip is going to hit, because it can easily come back at you and like kill yourself.
That's pretty crazy how they get. I'm not going to get into the science.
Yes,
of Star Wars,
thank you, Dojo. Vernestra Rowe. Yes, she is confirmed to be in Acolyte, which I'm super excited for because I love her character. And yes, Dojo says in the chat, I kind of want to see how the Sith are responding to the Nihil. Yes, I do want to see how that's going to play out in Acolyte, because Acolyte is focused on the dark side of the Force, hence the name Acolyte. So we're going to start seeing how the Sith rose into power to then somehow get into control of the Republic. We see in the sequels. Well, so we get to see all the beginning of that. So
I have an idea.
Fair. So back on Nar Shaddaa. So prior to the invasion of Naboo, the Sith apprentice Darth Maul went to a bar on Nar Shaddaa. There, he tried to get information on Zev Zurus cartel's auction of Padawan Eldra Cadus. Maul, however, got into a brawl with the patrons, though he was a Jedi, but he was soon aided by a group of bounty hunters led by Cad Bane. And if you don't know who Cad Bane is, he is a really good, famous bounty hunter. Not good, but like he's a very famous bounty hunter. And he's been in multiple shows. He's been in the Clone Wars, which is where he first got his start. And recently in the Book of Boba Fett, which a lot of people are like, oh my god, they actually brought him to live action.
He looks really good too. It's pretty crazy what they did with it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's I want to say he's one of the very few Duros species we actually see on screen in a film. We don't see too many Duros in film, and he's a very unique looking one as well. On top of that, and no, he's not dead. Just saying. In spoiler, in Book of Boba, you see him like get shot down. Duros have multiple hearts. Just saying. He's not dead.
Listen, nobody's dead until you see them burning on the pyre in Star Wars.
Right. Or explode.
Yes, exactly. Or we even
either get
and they come back.
Cut in half by a lightsaber. Debatable on that one though, because Maul. Burned to death. Exploded.
Palpatine came back from exploded.
Well, yeah, but that's a whole thing.
I don't want to open up that can of worms.
No, you don't. That's a whole thing. We're not going to get into this episode because right now is actually a good time to take our mid-break.
Visible puts the ultimate wireless hack in the palm of your hand. With unlimited 5G wireless data and hotspot designed to keep you connected, powered by Verizon's 5G network. And no contract holding you back. Plans start at $25 a month. Or get the premium Visible Plus Pro plan and save $10 on your first month when you use promo code HACK. Make the switch at Visible.com. Terms apply. See Visible.com for details.
All right, welcome to the mid-break of the show where we talk about everything with the podcast that has nothing to do with the lore of Star Wars. And here I want to thank all our patrons supporting us. Thank you so much for supporting the show. And if you want to become a patron, you can go to patreon.com/holocronhistories and get ad-free episodes and even get to join us on once a month on the end of the month of a show of a topic of your choosing of Star Wars topics, of anything, because there's just so much to talk about. Like so much. No, we're not going there. His return was way better in Legends. And we'll stop that. And you can also support us on Apple and Spotify. If you leave a 5-star review on Apple with some words, we'll read it out loud the next time on the show, as well as a nice comment on Spotify on specific episodes, which we do have a Spotify comment this week. It is on our last week's episode of Nar Shaddaa for Legends by Scarecrow255. Awesome. Finally, thank you for this episode. Keep up, and may the fork be with you. Get it? Because fork and force. Ha.
I got it.
And you can also find us on a few different Discord servers as well. You can find us on the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net, the Cups Podcasts and More Discord, and the Ben and Friends Podcasting Discord. And you can also find me on my shows at trying to think all my shows. The Final Fantasy Lorecast, the Wizard World Lorecast, and the Witcher Lorecast. And you can find Steven, my guest host today, with me on the Final Fantasy Lorecast tomorrow, actually, when we record this live. And you can find Austin on his shows, the Assassin's Creed Lorecast and the Dragon Age Lorecast. And all part of Robots Radio. Go check that out. And also go get notified when we go live on Twitch at twitch.tv/benoftemeria, where I stream these episodes live, as well as my Final Fantasy and the Wizard World Lorecast, to where I am very close. I'm becoming a Twitch affiliate. So go get notified. Go, when I go live, go just even lurk. You can just lurk in the stream. That's perfectly fine with me. As long as I get the views, that's all that matters. I just need an average of 3 views for an entire month. That's it.
It's easy. Easy peasy. We got this.
Right? Easy peasy. I'm halfway there.
There you
go. Other than that, I have nothing else to add in this mid-break. Do you have anything to add, Steven?
Nope. Go listen to the Final Fantasy podcast.
Yeah, could do that. And stay tuned, because we have a lot of awesome news from FF14 FanFest.
Oh, boy. I can't wait.
They added a lot of stuff. They announced so much stuff at this because it's the last one they did before Dawn Trail drops. But if you want to hear more of that, go tune in to the Final Fantasy Lorecast.
Yes.
All right, we are back from the mid-break, and now we are going to go into more of Nar Shaddaa's history, and specifically with the Galactic Empire. So this is after the fall of the Republic. You know, the Galactic Civil Wars are going to go on and all that jazz. So, following the Great Jedi Purge, the Hutt Crime Lord Gracchus amassed a collection of Jedi relics, including holocrons, lightsabers, statues, and Jedi Starfighter at his palace in Huttatown. Gracchus also made a living forcing captured Wookiees, Trandoshans, and pirates to fight in his gladiatorial arena against various wild beasts, including the Rogwart Congo.
Oh boy, I gotta see this.
Which is essentially a giant Minotaur-looking Rancor thing.
Yeah, it looks like a Predator.
It's like a Minotaur Predator thing.
Oh my gosh. That's cool.
And then the slaves were trained by the enigmatic game master, an undercover Imperial spy named Sergeant Creel, who monitored Gracchus's Jedi collection because the Empire loves Jedi crap in general. And welcome, Lotus. What's up? Thank you for the view.
Thank you.
And during the Galactic Civil War in 0 ABY, Luke Skywalker and R2-D2 traveled to Nar Shaddaa seeking a means to enter the Jedi Temple on Coruscant. He visited a seedy bar owned by a Zabrak bartender who attempted to take his lightsaber and kill him. However, Skywalker's lightsaber was stolen by an alien thief who served the crime lord Gracchus, because Gracchus loves Jedi stuff and Luke is so naive and not wary of his surroundings.
Just in the Skywalker blood to not hold on to their lightsabers. Just can't do it.
Especially Luke. He never keeps hold of his lightsaber.
I mean, especially when they go to seedy bars, they just can't hold on to them.
Right? Skywalker pursued the thief, but was captured by Gracchus, who forced him to take part in the gladiatorial combat. RTD2 alerted the Rebel Alliance, who dispatched Chewbacca and C-3PO to rescue him. Gracchus intended to force Skywalker to fight to the death in his arena and tasked Game Master with training him. Meanwhile, Chewbacca and C-3PO traced Skywalker's footsteps, roughing up questioning the Zabrak bartender and then his customers. The bartender revealed that Skywalker was a prisoner of Gracchus. Just imagine Chewbacca going to the bar, intimidating and threatening this Zabrak, and then beating the living crap out of his entire bar.
Yeah, he's not
Ladies
very,
and gents, how I will remind you, don't make a Wookiee mad.
Don't make a Wookiee
because they
mad.
will just tear off your arm and slap you with it.
That's true.
Yeah. Don't do that. And then before Chewbacca and C-3PO could rescue Skywalker, they were ambushed by Dengar, who wanted to collect Jabba's bounty on Solo and Chewbacca. Meanwhile, Skywalker was forced to fight against Congo the Dissolver, seeking to bring Skywalker into Imperial custody. Game Master secretly contacted a squadron of TIE pilots. Han Solo and Princess Leia Organa rescued Chewbacca and C-3PO with the help of Solo's partner in crime, Sana Starros. And Dengar, by the way, is also another bounty hunter, just like Boba Fett. He is seen in Empire Strikes Back as in the lineup of bounty hunters that Vader hires to track down Solo.
Right. That was his only appearance. I don't think he was on Jabba's barge.
No, he's not on Jabba's barge. No, that was his only appearance in the original, actually in the films in general.
In the films, yeah. He wasn't in the shows either. That's literally his only...
That's his only appearance except in comics. They do stuff with him in comics with part of the Bounty Hunter series, but that's about it.
Yeah, it kind of stinks.
And then, meanwhile, Creel and his TIE fighter pilots incapacitated Congo and arrested Gracchus. Before they could take Gracchus and Skywalker into custody, Gracchus activated an electromagnetic pulse bomb and attacked the Imperials. The EMP bomb also disabled Congo's shock collar, sending the Rogwat into a rampage. Armed with lightsabers, Solo, Leia, and Chewbacca rescued Skywalker. Together with Starros, they even escaped Nar Shaddaa on the Falcon and Volta Cobra. Imperial reinforcements arrived in the form of stormtroopers and arrested Gracchus. Darth Vader then questioned Creel about everything he knew about the quote-unquote boy. And obviously, a lot of all this info comes from the comics. Obviously this doesn't happen in the films. So this is part of the Star Wars comics lines. I think this is part of the Luke Skywalker specific, because Luke has his own original comics storyline and everything, and how he wielded a yellow lightsaber.
Did he?
Mm-hmm. After he lost, obviously. So this, I would imagine, I think is before Empire, because Vader's asking about quote unquote boy, about Luke. Yeah. But yeah, after Empire, when Luke loses his original lightsaber, or Anakin's saber, he went and actually found a yellow saber and was using that until he built his own. And that's only in the comics.
Interesting. I wonder why they chose the Guardian saber for him. That's the yellow, right?
That's
Guardian?
Sentinel. So, and that's all Legends. So in Legends, the lightsaber colors had specific classes or classes tied to them. Blue is Guardian. Yellow
is that not a thing anymore?
No. Oh God, no.
What?
Nope.
Oh.
Granted, it is still kind of implied because, so obviously, before Disney bought them, lightsaber colors didn't really have a meaning until the games came around and gave them meaning. But even in Clone Wars, the animated show, it's highly implied lightsaber colors kind of show a resemblance to a person's quote unquote class. Because the only time we see yellow lightsabers in Clone Wars is literally the Jedi's, the Sentinel Guardians of the Jedi Temple. Right. That's the only time we see one. That's why I mixed it up. Yeah,
and
technically Ahsoka has a lime yellow color Shoto saber as her secondary. Yeah. And then until after that, we don't get a yellow saber person till Rey.
Yeah.
But we don't know. That's a whole other thing.
I mean, Samuel L. Jackson literally was like, I want a purple one because I want to be different. So.
Well, so fun fact, before this is getting way off tangent.
This is what we do.
Right, I know. Samuel Jackson literally is like, hey, I want to, how do I distinguish myself from all these people in this giant, massive lightsabers? Oh, yeah. I should have a different color. Goes to freaking George Lucas, hey, what would it do? What would it do to get a purple lightsaber? And it's well, good guys are red and or blue and green. Bad guys are red. It's well, I want purple. It's well, I might be able to do that. I don't know. And then next time he comes in, it's hey, I got something to show you, and he has a purple lightsaber, and then he kept it in the film. He's yeah.
And they made a cool story out of it. That's
right.
It's red and blue mix.
Right.
Basically.
Yeah, but that's a fan theory thing that he has a purple saber, and he's also the next strongest Jedi next to Yoda. Right. So there's that.
Yeah, it gets taken out. Allegedly.
Hey, allegedly we don't see a body.
It's true.
We don't see a body, so we don't see him explode. He just fell from a great height, which we know Jedi have the ability to survive from great heights.
That's true. All he did was get electrocuted. So
yeah, and that only for a Jedi that might mean nothing. We don't know.
Right.
Just saying. Anyway, now we are on to the New Republic era. So this is the sequel trilogy. So in 5 ABY, the bounty hunter Jas Imari and the New Republic soldier John Barlow traveled to Nar Shaddaa as part of the mission to search for Han Solo. While on the moon, the two were ambushed by underboss Renskar, who wanted to capture Imari for the debts that she owed on boss Guti, the leader of the Black Sun. Jas managed to convince Guti to learn them to go and return the paying twice the amount of debts that she owed. Renskar also provided the two with the information that Solo was on the wild space world of Irudru? It's a planet.
The wild space world.
And then decades after the Battle of Jakku, surviving Imperial remnants formed into the First Order. Nar Shaddaa was the planet that the First Order officers could take shore leave on.
Interesting.
Because where else would you have fun, I guess?
On the dirtiest planet in the galaxy.
True. But it's also one of the few planets that the Republic have interest in, so that would make sense too.
It's kind of like Vegas.
It is. No, so if you go and play, and I said this talked about this on our last week's episode, go and play Star Wars The Old Republic. Nar Shaddaa is literally a casino world. That they have the Nar Shaddaa Night Lights event periodically, which is literally a casino slot machine event.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
It's not the one for... I mean, they literally have a casino planet. Oh, well, I don't know if it's a whole planet.
Are you talking about the one in last... Yeah, God, I hate that. I hate that sequence in the film.
I know. I didn't want to open up that can of worms either.
Yeah. Just listen to the show. If you don't already know that me and Austin have our opinions on the sequel trilogy, that's okay. But yeah, yeah.
I love it.
I love the sarcasm in that.
No, I like all of them.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, there's not a Star Wars property that I don't like. Well, maybe Resistance. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing
again.
Because the Resistance is weird. I didn't like the animation to me. Like, I did not care for the animation on that.
Yeah, we're a little out of its target demographic.
That's also true. And then last but not least, we have behind the scenes. So Nar Shaddaa was the first canonically mentioned in the 8th chapter of the video game Star Wars Commander, though it was spelled correctly there. A later released campaign titled Echoes of the Force spells the moon as Nar, N-A-R, apostrophe, Shaddaa, S-H-A-D-A, when it's normally spelled N-A-R space S-H-A-D-D-A-A. So.
Never played it.
And, well, it's also discontinued. Nar Shaddaa, or Star Wars Commander, was a game, was a mobile game back in 2014 where it was, Clash of Clans, but Star Wars.
Oh, maybe I did play that.
That's essentially what it was. You get to choose. Okay. You choose a faction that you're part of, the Rebels or the Alliance or the Empire, and then you have troops that are specific to that you can build.
I did,
and make your own base and all that. It was a very short-lived game because it got boring really quick.
Well, just like Clash of Clans, yeah.
Yeah, and it's surprising that game still is continuing.
And the thousands of versions of it on the internet. Yes.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, Vikings, Game of Thrones, whatever.
Right. I know. Anyway, but that's what we have on Nar Shaddaa's canonical history. So, like we said at the beginning of the episode, more than likely we'll get more of this planet and see more of it in Outlaws, I would imagine. And who knows, we might see it more in the upcoming properties of Star Wars. I mean, we could see it in Acolyte, we could see it in Tales of the Jedi. I mean, we still don't know anything about the Tales of the Jedi Season 2. We could see it in Bad Batch Season 3. Because that's coming out too.
Good. Yeah.
So, fun stuff.
I'm excited. I'm excited for Tales of the Jedi.
Oh, yes.
It's a good show.
Such a good show. And like, once you get to the last episode, it's like, oh, this is really good. And then like, it ends and it's like, wait, that's it?
Every single thing Star Wars comes out with now just makes me feel for the Sith more and hate the Jedi more. Everything that I watch now. I can't stand the Jedi. They suck.
And there's a whole thing on that too, which Legends, or not Legends, but the High Republic's like novels actually clear up quite a bit on why the Jedi are the way they are in the prequel trilogy.
I'm excited for it.
So,
because I need some explanation because they are awful by the time.
Yes, oh, absolutely.
It is all Yoda's fault. That's correct.
So it is, and it isn't. Well, no, it actually is Yoda's fault because he actually knows about this. So, side tangent here before we end the episode. And we've been doing a lot of side tangents this episode. In the High Republic novels, we find out that the Jedi Temple on Coruscant was built on top of a Sith shrine that emanates the dark side of the Force. And they have to periodically have to go down to the shrine and contain it. Well, the reason why the Jedi Order is the way they are in the prequel trilogy is because since they're on this top of this ancient temple of the Sith, they are being clouded literally by the dark side because they're literally on top of the dark side.
I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of like just...
It's a MacGuffin, kind of like to, hey, this is why it is in the prequel trilogy, and they did it. And I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense, actually. This actually does make sense.
just acknowledge that your rules are dumb and that it's going to lead to
and that's
like
also true. I mean, that is blatantly obvious, and they kind of like talk about that in the novels as well, where that some Jedi are more. Oh, so in the High Republic Jedi Order, you have the core Jedi Order itself, and then you also have I can't remember what they're called on the top of my head, but they're essentially like freelance Jedi that they go out and explore the galaxy and everything, and they're not tied down to the Jedi Order themselves. So they essentially can do whatever they want as long as they follow the light side, the path of the light side.
Right.
But Yoda is present during the High Republic stuff because of his species living over 900 years old. He's there during this time, and so he's well aware of everything going on. But he is a retired Grandmaster. He's not an active Grandmaster during this time. So he's there, but he's not there, and they're depending on the situation.
During the end of the Republic?
During the High Republic.
Oh.
Like he's
already retired?
He's a retired Grandmaster. Like he's not an active council member and everything. He's only there basically if someone needs advice, like the council needs advice or something, or they're doing some grandiose celebration or ceremony or something like that. Wayseeker, thank you to Joe. Yeah, they're the Wayseekers, or the Jedi that go out into the galaxy and explore, and like they're not tied down to the Order.
Oh, like Horizon Zero Dawn.
Sure. I played it. I don't remember half of it. But anyway, yep, that is for today's episode. I know we got side tangent quite a bit, but...
What happens when you bring me on.
That is true. That is what happens when Steven's here. We love side tangent and wait till we do Final Fantasy.
And then pay attention to the Twitch before and after, because you'll never be able to predict where we're going to go with it.
Nope, not at all. So
ended with Godzilla.
That's true. That is very true. But thank you for listening to Holocron Histories, and may the Force be with you.
Thank you for listening to Holocron Histories, Star Wars Canon versus Legends. You can find us on the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net. You can also follow us on Twitter at SWHoloHistories and contact us at holocronhistories@gmail.com.